Hey guys and girls, and welcome back to Greatest Good Terror. I hope you're doing well and keeping out of mischief. Right, this one's going to be quick. It's going to be quick. I'm going to promise you. Is that these long readings? Oh dear, I don't like them. Don't like them. It crimps my stomach. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having fun and all that jazz. Are we noticing the turn in the air? Have we noticed how suddenly all these media outlets are suddenly like, Epping, oh dear, we now have to change our tune yet again. It's one of those shenanigans. Yeah, it's not going to wash. This is also your reasonably frequent reminder that talk radio is the Sun radio back in the day. That's just been rebranded. They're the same company. It amazes me how very few people know that. So I just every so often, it is my duty to remind you. They are the same. Anyway, so I hope you're doing well. This reading has been suggested by one of you beautiful people, and you too can suggest future readings down in the comment section below. This is from Sandra. Hello, my love. Hello, my sweet pea. Who says, wouldn't be surprised to see Yvette Cooper resign. Can we have a reading on her, pretty please? Oh, that's very lovely indeed. It's not the usual suck-up sandwich. However, she did get upvoted 38 times. And yes, so you can vote on other people's suggestions in the comments down below with the upvote, downvote, that kind of thing. If you see other suggestions that you want to see on the channel. Look at this interaction. You don't see this sort of interaction on Britain's Got Talent, do you? No. Oh, look at us. Holier than thou. Brilliant in our interaction. It helps me sleep at night. Anyway, let's have a look. Have you noticed how perfectly round Yvette Cooper's face is? She reminds me of, was it the Beano or the Dandy? It could be the Dandy, but the Beano with perfectly round. Who's the cartoon character with the perfectly round face? Is it Toots? Have I just, preambled my own question with my previous statement? Is it Toots? It wouldn't be Minnie Mink's thing. Well, she's got a perfectly round. I haven't read the Beano in ages. Comment down below. It's bugging me. If you can tell me which character has the perfectly round face that Yvette Cooper reminds you of. Not necessarily characteristics, just by looks, because that's the level of judgment we have on this channel today. Normally we don't. Normally we look at the character and the person and the depths of that shenanigans. Screw it. Today, let's just look at bare face values and stuff like that. Also, just as a little catch-up and stuff like that, and I really wish that we had some sort of podcast / radio show / something or other, because this would be like a segment, and I'm shocked that places like Talk Radio, places like GB News, places like that little bit outside the bubble aren't doing this. And I, back in the day, I would have a daily / weekly update on how low Nicola Sturgeon's memoir, price-wise, is going. Because within a week, right, it was only launched last week from what I could gather. Within a week, it's gone beyond half price discount to try and move some. Even the signed ones were being sold for like 70, 80 quid. They've now gone down by 20 quid to try and move some. No one's buying them. And, it's just funny. It's just funny. The arrogance of her. And it's funny that she was so pleased with herself that she could put some words together on a page, and now no one's buying it. It's just, lovely. I'm sure she'll, go on holiday, maybe a camping trip. If you know, you know. I'm sure she'll be fine. To rest, recuperate. But yeah, it's just funny. Anyway, let's get on with this, shall we? Yvette Cooper Yvette Cooper, will she be resigning? What's going to happen to her? For the greatest good for all concerned. These cards just didn't feel like they were in the right order at all. We have just done a members reading about stuttering Starmer, and they just feel like they've been abused. They need cleansing. And so the shuffles I'm helping them to cleanse, to get the dirt off. But they feel ready now. Here we go. Yvette Cooper. Is she going to resign? Bearing in mind the Home Office tried to intervene to prevent the Bell Hotel in Epping not to close. So, Chariot, determination. Okay. Having to make a choice with the Lover's card. Okay. Death. Oh, dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Queen of Cups. The thing is, this feels as if like she's comfortable in what she's doing and where she is and where she's, sat and stuff like that. So the death card, when it came out, it was like, oh dear, but it's like, it didn't feel quite right, if you get me. So that's why I was taking a pause to try and get some downloads, some info, get some gossip. It's almost, it's like I've almost got the feeling of she's got so much dirt that she ain't going anywhere kind of energy with the Queen of Cups. People may be calling for her to like bugger off, but the Queen of Cups there, she's smitten. The feeling I'm getting there is just complete and utter kind of chill out, relax, don't worry about it, lads. 8 of Wands, there's going to be quick communication. She may actually start doing the rounds again in the media. Victory, success, and Page of Wands. Oh, this feels like they're going to go back. Like, the problem is with these sorts of characters, right, is they never think like you and me, right? When you've got a choice in front of you, and I said this, I think, yesterday as well, when you've got a choice in front of you, you could do this or do that. They somehow, and this is probably why they get paid the big bucks and really annoy everybody, they somehow decide to make a third option that no one asked for, no one wanted, and yet they're going to do it anyway, yeah? This is what I'm getting down here, a third option. Now, the third option, as an example, could be, well, instead of labelling these people as asylum seekers, we're now going to label them as accepted or something else and then counted under a different label, branding, if you get me. Yeah, so it's suddenly they're not what you say they were yesterday, but now today they're something entirely different. And so, whoopsie daisy, they can stay there. It's that kind of energy that I'm getting here. And with the Page of Wands here, that's my Googling card. That feels like going through the archives of legalese and stuff like that to try and find solutions like that. Okay. So even though, yes, the Six of Wands here is the court case, but it's taking it at its word and then finding a solution in that, as I said, relabeling them, putting them in, in a, they're not that, they're this now, so they're considered something else, or we're now consider them homeless, or whatever it may be. And so that now we've got this law that says that we can do this, and so they're going to stay. It's that kind of energy. Okay. King of Pentacles. I still got my chesty affection thing still going. I'm fine, but it's just like, the King of Pentacles here is our glorified Excel spreadsheet specialist, accountant of the deck. Not about money, it's about values. Okay, this feels like you and me. Okay, looking at this court case, looking at the results, looking at the movement of the government and stuff like that. And it's like, no, we want you to stick to the values, you know, the two decisions. No one's asking you to make a third decision, which they're trying to come up over here. It's very simple. Yeah. So that's that card there. For the new boys and girls, when I say values, it's not, it's about people, places and things normally. So the trinket that Great Aunt Doris gave you as a child is precious to you. It has value to you, but it may be meaningless to everybody else. It's that kind of energy there, yeah, with the King of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. See, this is their proposal again. Another trinket is like, we saw what you did, right? Working people. We saw what you did. It's like, oh, working people. We've now realised that if we rebrand them and we redo this and we do that and doobly do and whatnot, and then suddenly, all of a sudden, it's craziness and shenanigans, and we get what we want anyway. The dogs have gone crazy. The dogs are going crazy, like crazy. I don't know why, but they are. It's very, very naughty. And then we've got the Queen of Swords here at the bottom here. Truth, knowledge, wisdom, clarity. Okay, all the swords pretty much. Truth, knowledge, wisdom, clarity. Queen of Swords here feels very much like us cutting this out. She's a knee-jerk reactor. Okay, so she's cutting it out. She's like, this is BS, labeling it. We don't want it. Go away. That kind of stuff. So it's pretty good. Oh, hold on. Oh. Look at us with technology, pausing things all of a sudden. Oh, I know, very lovely. Basically, we've got a dog, next door's dog, right? We said that we'd look after it today. I didn't realise what the time was. Bedlam has been ensuing, and now everything's fine again. So, Queen of Swords. Basically, situation is, this is us down here with the King of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. Knee-jerk reactor, cutting this out, whatever this trinket is, whatever they've researched, and like, oh, we could do this, here's the proposal, here's the thing. Nah, we don't want any of it. Yeah? That's the... So, this is the snapshot for new boys and girls here. The foundation of the reading, this is what's happening right now. Craziness. So, even though people are calling for resignation, she is basically got enough dirt that she don't care, right? Overarching energy, beyond card. This is where your soul, your third eye, higher self, higher being are all in alignment. This doesn't feel religious or spiritual. This feels more about the belief of security, comfort, safety, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Could almost be construed into kind of Labour Party politic-y type belief structure as well, but primarily it feels very much kind of safety net in this reading. Underlying energy, Two of Cups. This is what we're on about, the partnerships. Like you scratch your back, scratch mine, all that kind of stuff. There's a lot more. There's like 4D chess going on in this reading, along with dogs going crazy. Right, so we've got a snapshot. Now let's go and get some gossip, and then we'll have an outcome at the end, as always, for this sort of shenanigans. This is why the reading was supposed to be quick. It's supposed to be quick. And like the dog is supposed to arrive at some point, but I'm sure I can fit one more in, and they were early. I'm sure it'll be fine. So, what's going on behind the scenes? The bit of gossip happening here for the greatest good for all concerned. Thank you. If you're new here, it's not normally like this. Trust me. We normally put like horse tranquilizers or something down for the dogs. Blow dart. Yeah, it's normally a much more. Oh, I'm jest. It's all jest. However, please subscribe, dingling the bell, and all that jazz. Please thummy like all the videos, because it genuinely helps out the channel. It bribes the YouTube algorithm, and quite frankly, it just helps us immensely. And comment down below if you're reading along, if you any particular person that's coming up here, or share it with the community, share it with the greatest good village, because it takes a village to support everybody, and that is what we do. These feel pretty good. So let's go with this. What's the gossip? And then we'll go to the outcome. Farming industry. This is a spin on that. That this is you reap what you sow energy that I'm getting here. But with the surprise attack, they're suddenly, wow. They really didn't see this coming. They didn't really. Oh, shut up. Read what you sow. This is down here. Yeah. Rebranding people, counting people as different things, blah, 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 whatever. Rebranding stopping the boats into smashing the gangs, all that kind of stuff. You reap what you sow. And they're generally finally waking up to what is actually going on in the country. That's why I was so surprised, because it's like, how big is this bubble? How thick is it? Well, not the people. Well, no. How thick is the bubble skin for them to not realise what on earth is going on in the country? This is them waking up. Normally this is us, you and me, waking up, being enlightened quite literally here. But they're like, WTF, what? I didn't realise it was that bad, etc., etc., etc. Asking for help. Food storage. This feels like the hotels in general, the places. Where else are we going to put them? Blah, 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 blah. It's interesting, and this is just me personally, right? And I can only speak for myself, and in my humble opinion, it's fascinating how, like, going back to that, always a third choice that no one sees coming, and it's like no one's asking for. The question is never, how do we stop the boats? We smashed the gangs, but it's like the boats is the issue. Whacking people. Ignore the boats. It's now, what are we going to do with the people? Whacking people, non-working people. What are we going to do? It's always the wrong question, yeah? And now the phone's going off. Oh, what's going on here? Who's calling me? I am so sorry. Normally my phone's on silent. You see what I mean? It's this. There's always a reason for shenanigans like this in tarot and all that kind of. I'll put it on silent now. The debt collectors can't get me this time. Wow. I don't know who it is. It's an unknown number. But but it's that situation where it's like, now what? We're low on resources. We're low on this. We're low on that. Blah blah blah. Now what? Asking around, all that kind of stuff. Okay, but I remind you, going back here with the Page of Wands, this is trying to get it, like, energetically, is get out of free jail card kind of energy. This is kind of, how do we relabel things, redo things, that kind of stuff. Celebrate success, the victory success card. Once again, shocked by the results of this. Here's the solution to the problem. Right, slap bang in the middle. Yeah, so after they're Googling, after they've realised they can't do what they've been doing, going against what a majority of the country actually wants to happen. This kind of, because allegedly it's a democracy. I don't know if you've heard that recently. Now it's like, aha, lads, we've got it. Right? This is the way we're going to go. So there is going to be some sort of, oh no. This has, I can already tell you this ain't going to work. This is coming across as like asylum seeker digital IDs and this, that, and the other. And it's got that kind of, there's an app for that. That's the download that I got. There's an app for that. It ain't going to work. I can tell you now, energetically, and just like, it's not going to work. Primarily because you're then going to have like they like 2 tiers and everything. You're going to have a 2-tier population where asylum seekers have the app and need to present it with QR code or whatever to employers or whatever. And then you're going to have a population that doesn't have it and doesn't need it. Which means that if anyone who just wants to turn up and do a job and pretend to be like the rest of the population, you just don't say that you've got the app. Yeah, it's like, even I'm, as we're doing the reading, found a solution to the problem of that. But this is going to be kind of earmarked as, oh, if we follow them more, if we do this more and that kind of stuff. Never the actual problem. The third answer, that's what I'm getting there, and it's not nice. Control puppet. This almost feels like controlled narrative. Trying to spin it. Trying to somehow move the goalposts again. So we've got rebranding, we've got moving the goalposts, we've got technology that can easily be bypassed. Did you hear, by the way, with the VPNs and stuff like that, that Ed Miliband, allegedly, I haven't read the full details of it, it just came up on my newsfeed. Him and his ilk, his department, are spending something like, of taxpayers' money, and they wonder where all the money's going, something like 2 million quid on VPNs for his department, but wants to ban VPNs from anybody else. So there was a little fly, I caught it. Rulership handover. This feels like a new department, or palming it onto a different. It's not. It somehow like no longer. This is back to the rebranding. It's no longer Home Office. It's now. I don't know what other departments there are. There's so many these days. But it's their responsibility. It's not ours anymore. We've rebranded it. We've redone it. So now, as an example, it's now the Department of Work and Pensions. As an example, right? It feels like a baton pass, not a removal. And then social media kicking back. So by their own actions, even in this reading here with the gossip, but before we go into the outcome here, by their own actions, they want this to happen. Okay? No matter what they say, by their own actions, they want this uncontrolled migration. They want this situation to continue. They want they want it. Okay, no matter what they say, because like I said, from this reading, from their actions, all that kind of stuff, they want it to continue. Okay, and that's what I'm getting here is very much wanting it to continue, even with Daddy Elon Musk here with Twitter, Facebook, whatever social media pushing back. You and me basically pushing it back. They're trying to find a get out of free jail card clause shenanigans. Overarching energy, disappointing outcome, no crap Sherlock. Underlying energy, they need to act faster than they are. They need to act really fast. Especially now, what was it? They had two, hold on, classified knowledge. It's just slipped out entirely there. But it's interesting to me that even now, two Labour councils have now said that they're going to take certain hotels in their constituencies and stuff to court. This is what I'm on about here. Well, you can't do it now because we've rebranded it as this, that, and the other, or something just popped into my head, and this is literally just going to be a sidebar. This is going to be just for the record, and then like throw it away and we'll continue on, right? But we seem to have a good record of these randoms, so that's why I'm going to mention it. There is some sort of weird, if they move within 28 days. So all I saw was like 2 or 3 hotels with coaches out front, and they're in a triangle, and they were like moving around every kind of 28 days. So they're technically transient between it's something like that. But But, I'm like I said, sidebar, throw it, see what happens on that one. But there's, because then technically it is a temporary accommodation like a hotel is supposed to be. It is temporary accommodation. They're moving on to another hotel. It's that sort of BS that I'm getting in this corner specifically, right? But then saying that wouldn't kind of, like I said, it would, by changing the label on the person from asylum seeker to kind of unemployed or whatever, as an example, that moving them on to someone else's department's problem is what I'm definitely getting there. But if you've got like 30, 40,000 people in the system, as it were, this system, then it will soon chip away, wouldn't it? Anyway, outcome to this reading, please. Outcome to this reading, please, for the greatest good for all concerned. Outcome to this reading, please. But once again, judge their actions. They don't want to fix the problem. Neither does the Conservatives, right? We've learned that for 20 odd years. We've learned between the two of them, they don't want to stop this sort of shenanigans. So take them at their word. Take them at their actions. It's only because suddenly people are doing the maths and realising that reform could possibly actually like landslide if this continues. Suddenly today, that everyone on the news, and for the new boys and girls, I try and keep out the echo chamber. I try and watch from and listen to as much from different places as possible. Even Times Radio, where like, if they continue, if they continue like this, they've lost the next election and reform has a landslide. So they better do something quite quick. They ain't got much time to fix this. And for like Times Radio to say that sort of like, wow, the energy shift is definitely here now. It's finally got through the echo chamber. So let's have a butcher's at this. Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. I can speak. Shh. That feels like a compromise, but I don't quite know yet. It's a bit laggy, that card. Emperor, that's you and me recently. Keeps coming out as us, the community, the population, taking control, as it were, taking control back, being mischievous, putting flags up everywhere, being mischievous, kind of going to protest peacefully. Remember, be like Gandhi with sensible shoes and deodorant. Okay, it's that kind of thing. It's the fact that Birmingham Council has no money whatsoever, yet has somehow found money to repaint mini roundabouts because people are making them into St George's crosses. Stuff like that, right? It's that mischievous kind of energy I'm getting from the Emperor there. But there is some sort of compromise here, and it's being naughty. It's not coming through. King of Cups. Notice they're all looking this way. King of Cups feels as if that is that could be like that's a leader of a party, but it's not the usual. Well, that could be Lib Dems, whatever his face is. Davies suddenly seeing how the energy is moving and suddenly wanting to jump on the bandwagon while doing a bungee jump or something. You know what I mean? Like his usual shenanigans. 11/11, happy home. 11/11, make a wish. Celebrations. This compromise is being elusive. I can't tap into what this compromise is. But with, and it may not be Davies, but it's a leader of another party. It is not Farage. It is not Starmer. It's not. It could be Jenrick. I know he's not a leader technically, but he's flapping his face recently, isn't he? But it's someone within the ilk who's jumping on the bandwagon. Notice they're all looking at this compromise, yeah, and it's happy home 11-11. Finally got there. This is reminding me of a reading that we did several weeks ago about I believe it was the Summer of Discontent, where they would make a proposal, which feels like it's all this solution to the problem. Hey lads, don't worry, we've Googled it and we've come up with some ideas, right, down here. And that doesn't quench the thirst. It's like a trinket, a shiny. Oh, we're fixing it, but not really. And in that reading, it takes that peacefully continuation to then actually get the compromise. That's what that feels like. Victory, success on success and celebrations. Third time victory, success coming out. Okay, so this is very much hold the nerve, peacefully. Gandhi, deodorant, sensible shoes. Remember, try and put as many flags up as possible. Did you know that there's not that I condone this at all, but I thought it had finished. People are still cutting down those cameras for the ULEZ thing in London. Still today, it's been over a year. How many millions are they spending on putting these cameras back up in London? It's crazy. Anyway, but it's that sort of mischievousness. That's more vandalism. But this is more mischievous kind of thing that I'm getting from the Emperor here. Here we go. So once again, the victory, then they're trying to spin it. At no point here have you noticed that she's gone anywhere. Just to go directly back to Sandra's question, she hasn't resigned. But notice, once again, Page of Wands on the Page of Wands down here. Their desperation trying to find a solution to this, to hold ground, to hold control, to hold their positions. But the more and more they do it, the more and more they're showing their true colours. Both Conservatives and Labour, they're both the same, in my humble opinion. I may be wrong. You can mention it down below. But this echo chamber, it's like the winds, the multiple winds. We've had it come up 3 times now in this reading. So her position, it feels as if like it's by name only by this point, by this outcome here. Because the amount of victories coming through, the amount of celebrations coming through, people jumping on the bandwagon to try and save their own bacon, as it were. Can't make a decision. Once again, refuse to make the bunny floppy flop, the correct decisions. Yeah? Truth coming out. Ace of Swords, truth, knowledge, wisdom, clarity. Once again, cutting through the BS constantly, like through we've had it here with the Queen of Swords. We've had it here on social medias. We've had it here again. It's the same sort of shenanigans again. This continual pushback. There is no out here. There is no out. Trying to make oh wow, 2 of Cups, trying to partner up. That dog, that's the neighbour's dog. Notice my dog, no noises. No noises. She's a good girl. The neighbour's dog, troublemaker. Troublemaker. So we'll finish off here. Queen of Cups. Once again, she's comfortable. She's got enough dirt. As long as Starmer stays around and stuff like that, she's fine. Underlying energy. Oh dear. And now the trouble is in behind the scenes now as well. So as long as Starmer sticks around, and this is, I think, what we're going to be getting here, this is energetically, as we finish this off, The issue here is they keep their places, they keep their positions, as long as the walking Muppet, stuttery Starmer, walking people, stays in position. Okay, but at the same time, they also want to get rid of him because he's a wet blanket. Everyone knows it. So it's it's trying to like work out the Two of Cups here. Feels like it's connected more to this behind the scenes stuff, making alliances and things. But it's definitely a situation where they're doomed if they do, they're doomed if they don't. And that's why this kind of paralysis is, where they can't make a choice here, which is guaranteeing Labour losses, guaranteeing Tory losses. I don't know what the Lib Dems are doing these days. Does anyone know? Does anyone actually really talk about them apart from me occasionally? Oh no, the dog is. Like I said, horse tranquilizers. That's what we need around here. So we're going to leave this here for now. I hope it resonates. Please comment down below and stuff like that. There's going to be a phenomenal amount of wins for us, and they then are crapping their pants even more. They don't know what to do. No one, like every option to them, basically, even if they keep creating new ones, are dead ends, and they can't do anything apart from make alliances. This feels like, so it's helping each other out behind the scenes, but it's like it doesn't resolve us, our quench for truth and the thirst, as it were, to sort the situation out. So unfortunately, I'm sorry to say, right now, as we tap into the energy, she ain't going nowhere. So don't shoot the messenger, please. I'm so sorry. But if you like the way I read and not necessarily the message, please thumb me like. It generally helps out the channel. Subscribe, dingling the bell, all that jazz. And comment down below if you're reading along, if you know any particular person. But it's interesting that we're getting cards, the same cards, over and over and over and over and over again recently. Like consistently in pretty much every reading we are doing. It's like asking a stupid question, getting a stupid answer energetically. They are desperate to try and rebrand, redo, make it someone else's problem, that kind of thing. Get it off their plate. But until next time, we will do this crazy shenanigans all over again. Take care. Look after yourself. Be well. And thank you for your company. I'll speak to you soon. See you later. Ta-ra.